Jewish meaning. What does it mean, meaning? Meaning is a very essential aspect of life. Let's go to the expert on meaning, Professor Viktor Frankl, who the Rebbe encouraged very much to advertise his way of thinking and his method of psychotherapy, psychology, psychiatry. He was a Viennese psychiatrist that had tremendous opposition from everyone around him, and for a very good reason. He said that man has a soul, and that man's soul is something that is spiritual and always healthy, and it is always searching for meaning. Professor Frankl said that there is meaning, true meaning does exist. It exists in every situation and every time. Everyone wants this meaning, and everyone can find meaning. Everyone finds it, but it's something that we must discover. And it's just like life, that it differs in each situation. It's tremendously real and deep and in a way unfathomable. It's human, the essence of humanity. Well, Professor Frankl said that there's 3 ways that a person can find this meaning to make his life meaningful and not empty or boring or unbearable. And that is 3 ways. One is by doing something, creating something, making something, inventing something, producing something. Namely, in other words, active. Another way is passive, appreciating something, appreciating the world, appreciating a beautiful sunset, music, appreciating other people, loving others, seeing the good in others, appreciating others. And the third, so there's already 2 ways, namely by doing something, creating something new. Second is revealing something that already does exist, the good in other things that already do exist, appreciating, passive, if you want to call it. And the third way is having an attitude, changing your attitude in a situation where you cannot appreciate the good, you're suffering. For instance, a Holocaust, he was in the Holocaust. Or you can't do anything about getting out of it, or to change the situation. So you can change your attitude. And in some ways, according to Professor Frankl, this is true meaning. True meaning is awakening your soul in a way that it appreciates the meaning of everything. Now, interestingly, 2 things interestingly about Professor Frankl that in some way or seemingly are different than regular Judaism. He did not really bring God into this whole idea. And number 2 is he wasn't speaking only about Jews. He was speaking about all mankind. Chassidic Chabad, on the other hand, even though it does speak to all mankind, but essentially it's speaking to Jews, waking up the Jewish heart and Jewish meaning, the uniqueness of Jewish meaning, and how this Jewish meaning will be eventually given over to the whole world. So I think that the ultimate case, the ultimate example of Jewish meaning is Abraham. Abraham was a person who his whole life, all he wanted to do was make everyone in the world aware that there's a creator. In fact, that's how he got his name. His name was Avram, which one way of explaining it means Av is a father, Ram, high. He was very, very high in wisdom, in understanding, removed from the world. And God changed his name. Abraham changed his name to Avraham, and it means the father of all nations, the father of all mankind. All mankind became the responsibility of Abraham, namely what? To give them the opportunity to live a truly meaningful life, which means that every person in the world will see that he's being created by God. And every person in the world will see that everything that happens comes from God. And everything that everyone in the world will see that everything that happens in the world is a calling to responsibility and meaning, a reaction. Whether this reaction is, as Viktor Frankl says, appreciating something, loving others, or it's a way of doing something, to change something, to add or even to subtract from the world in a positive way, pulling a tooth, etc. Or in just changing your attitude toward the whole world, to realize that because I'm a creation of God, as every single second is godly, every single second is meaningful. And it could be that even the last second of a person's life, how he takes this last second, if he appreciates it with awareness and thankfulness that he lived the years that he did live, and that now he has a chance also to make the world a more positive place by being positive even in this last second, that also is meaningful. So Abraham's job was not just that people should have meaning in a regular life, which is very wonderful, but to add a whole new dimension of potential meaning, namely that everything that happens and everyone in the world is unique, is godly, is there because God wants it to be there, and everything has a treasure of meaning inside of it that's just waiting for us to reveal the surprise in every moment, not to try to control the future. Only God controls the future. To realize the tremendous potential we have to make the world a better place. That is meaningful. And also to adapt a deeper meaning, a deeper appreciation of the Creator, of ourselves, and of the world constantly. That's what makes this world a meaningful place, an infinite place, and even according to the object of the Jews, the job of the Jews, to make it a godly place, a holy place. And this is certainly within the ability of everyone. It is the desire of everyone, and meaning does exist in every situation. But again, it's not a static thing. It's a dynamic, living meaning that can only be revealed by human experience.